Hello everybody, welcome back to AniBlox. We have some exciting things to talk about in this video, and the topic we'll be focusing on today is the 10 anime that will truly terrify you. But of course, before we dive into this video, I've got a question for you. Have you subscribed to this channel yet? If you aren't, you're missing out on quite a lot here. So make sure to subscribe so that you will always get the latest information about anime from us. Anyways, like I said in the beginning, let's dive right into this video. Starting at number 10, we have Another. An excellent entry point into Japanese horror is Another. It follows a string of bizarre, horrifying deaths involving a puzzling group of students, and has more of a filmic feel than an episodic adventure. One curious transfer student is tasked with discovering why his friends keep passing away. This terrifying story is a thrilling supernatural adventure that is excellent for people who are looking to be spooked. At number 9, we have Berserk. For those willing to go out of their way to locate the original 1997 anime, Berserk is one of the most well-known and challenging to access series. This series begins with a young mercenary named Guts joining the feared band of the Hawk, led by the intriguing, charismatic Griffith, in an alternate universe 100 Years War. Guts wields a ridiculously oversized sword. What at first seems to be a masterfully told tale about the horrors of war transforms into a terrifying demon-infested dark fantasy as you continue watching. At number 8, we have Boogie Pop Phantom. The anthology series Boogie Pop Phantom is tied together by the character Boogie Pop, who is said to be death personified in urban legends. The murders that Boogie Pop is initially held responsible for are a string of ritualistic killings that occur in the Japanese city where the show is set. This bizarre urban fantasy will keep you guessing, but it's also filled with the kind of horror that keeps you up at night trying to figure it out. At number 7, we have Death Note. Chaos breaks out in the living world when Shinigami Ryuk loses his Death Note, a lethal notebook that can kill anyone if the user knows the target's name and face. Ryuk enters the human world to encourage Light Yagami, who initially experiments with the Death Note, with the noble intention of eradicating the criminal underworld, but gradually turns into a villain. Light Yagami is a top high school student who just so happens to find the deadly notebook. This classic shonen is horrifying because it follows a man who gradually changes from light to a serial killer. At number 6, we have Corpse Party Tortured Souls. The anime dives into the lives of the students at Kisaragi Academy, formerly Heavenly Host Elementary, the scene of the horrific killings of both children and its staff. Students there decide to carry out a strange ritual to guarantee that they will always be with a friend who is about to transfer to another school. The Sachiko Ever After charm is used, but all the students end up passing out and waking up. What ensues next is horrifying and might even keep you up at night. At number 5, we have Dead Man Wonderland. In this tale, the main character, Ganta, is held responsible for a massacre and sentenced to spend the rest of his days in the eerie prison known as Dead Man Wonderland. He is compelled to eke out a living there as a dead man, a prisoner responsible for entertaining visitors. He's determined to figure out how to escape after realizing he has a new ability over his own blood called a Branch of Sin, while battling dozens of other dead men, each of whom possesses their own horrifying abilities. At number 4, we have Devilman Crybaby. The events that follow experiments on the Diclonius, a human mutation born with telekinetic abilities and horns, are explored in Elfen Lied. The main character of the show, Lucy, has a dual personality, which allows her to either use phantom hands to murder everyone in her immediate vicinity, or win people over as her alter ego. The sweet, modest Nayu, although the show will mostly have you trembling, by the time it finally slows down, you'll be gasping for air because of its heartbreaking story. Next up at number 3, we have Gantz. After dying in a horrifying train accident, Kei Kuruno and Masuru Kato find themselves playing a strange new game with other recently deceased people under the control of the enormous black sphere, Gantz. Gantz is one of the goriest and most unsettling anime shows out there, and it contains some deeply distressing scenes. At number 2, we have Ghost Hunt. After accidentally breaking one of their video cameras, high school student Mai Taneyama teams up with Kazuya Shibuya and the Shibuya Psychic Research Organization. After assisting in the investigation of a strange old building at her school, she comes to terms with her own psychic abilities and learns she has latent abilities she can use for good. Through the course of this friendly, spooky series, she and the crew set out on expeditions to discover and expel ghosts. And finally, at number 1, we have Parasite the Maxim. Want some body horror? Parasite the Maxim should be your next stop. A strange alien race decides to infiltrate humanity in this story by taking human forms. Shinichi Izumi loses his hand to a parasitic shapeshifter after one of the alien representatives crashes to Earth. In general, he prepared to witness some utterly shocking things, such as one person opening up their face to devour another. Alright guys, so unfortunately this video has come to an end. That is it on the 10 anime that will truly terrify you. Since you guys have reached here, I just want to remind you to subscribe so you will not miss any of our upcoming anime videos. Also, like the video, as it helps us beat the YouTube algorithm and lets this topic be delivered to more people. And lastly, share this video so we can inform others. With that, thank you so much for watching, goodbye, and I'll see you in the next video.